Okay, for the UAE, don't forget that UAE gave almost 6 months, 1 year of grace to say if you don't have your documents, leave our country. And we also, told Nigerians that in fact, they offered free flights and said, we don't want illegal immigrants in our country. So those who wanted to seize the opportunity actually came back on those flights. And they made it clear that they're going to be very hard. And they want to clear their country of irregular migrants. And they made that very, very clear. That was before the issue of UAE and travel and all that. And so now what they're doing is actually rounding them up. If you don't have your documents, they keep them in a place and bring them back. Now, there are two categories that have been brought back from the UAE. Again, the Office of the National Security Advisor handles that because, again, there are security implications. Those that have been in prison and allowed to come back home. And those that they've rounded up and say, look, you just have to go back to your country. So another set, I think about 3 sets have returned, and more will be returning. They'll keep them, but what we tell them is, even while they're there, treat them with dignity and speed it up. So the next batch will be coming. Another 400 will be coming back because they've been rounded up without their documents. And they're not just Nigerians, they're irregular migrants. And they made it clear for over a year, even provided free food, free transportation. I said, if you don't have your documents, we don't want you in our country. So another set will be brought back, and they'll be brought back as regularly as they are getting. But there are a few cases of, I have my documents and they brought me back. 1 or 2 cases, at least we solved 2 of such cases where we realized that, well, the guy had irregular documentation. He was caught up in the wrong place, and they listened to the plea. But you know what? If they round you up because you don't have your documents and they have to bring you back, I don't know how much, intervention Nigeria can do in that regard. But what we say is that treat them with dignity. Bring them back on time, because parents call or they can't hear from their relatives, and we get to know that, well, they've been locked up because, not locked up, they've been rounded up because they are there as irregular migrants. So again, is a matter that is handled by the Office of the National Security Advisor, because again, there's security implications. Some are actually serving their jail terms there, and when they come, their biometrics are taken and all that. So we hope we're working at ensuring that everybody's brought back. But at the same time, let's work at discouraging irregular migration. It's tougher out there now. It's very, very tough. Even for regular migrants, not talk of irregular migrants.